Tracking the creatures is not hard. It's, are you willing to do it, right? Because if you go in the right area, you're going to find tracks.
These are
Yes, that's a huge impression.
huge impression. And they're everywhere. This one's got a mid-tarsal ridge on it. Look.
Wow. Yep, I got it.
Yeah, man.
Sweet.
Giant track has a mid-tarsal ridge running through it, and you can see the ridge. Look at that ridge. Incredible, man. And it's about a 15-incher of the barefoot variety. Alright. Dude, we found Sasquatch tracks.
Right on.
Heaven. It's alright, we're gonna get cleaned up, we're gonna eat a good dinner. We're going to review a shit ton of footage.
Yeah.
And we're going to plan tomorrow by satellite. So we're doing good.
Oh, let's see
We
here.
got tracks, man. Sasquatch tracks. And big ones too. And for the first time ever, I had a camera with me when I walked up on a 30-inch track. Which is amazing.
Alright, so we're looking at this, what is, been described many times, kind of as a regular skunk ape. And we're just taking a look through some of the frames that we've got where you can see it's kind of moving and can make out the chimpanzee man kind of thing going on there, and obviously it's blending in as well. You can make out the bone structure of the face there. Up here we've got a brow, and then the eyes are in this area, but there's a leaf and some glow coming off of this baby. Let's stretch this part of the timeline and keep it in that crop and just see what happens. We gotta let it render for a second, but as we're waiting, you can see it appears that there's a possibility there are other creatures here, but we're gonna stick with him because we want to see if we get any other frames. Now, we already looked at a couple of frames earlier in this, and they're okay. We're gonna go over those too, and they're really much better than this. So, but this here, you can see there's a monkey man standing here, and this is basically probably 55 to it's over 50% of the creatures that we catch on film look just like this. He's got like a little kind of a rounded head. You can see the little ear, and there's a brow. It's typically very primitive looking. If you've ever seen Land of the Lost, it looks like Chaka. It's ridiculous, but this is pretty much the only thing is I'm only about this tall, so this creature's in the neighborhood of 12 to 13 feet. That's a big creature there, and it's no joke because it is hanging out with other ones. I look at footage all the time, and it's rare when we get something that's obviously standing there. It's Monkey Man. This is it. This is the skunk ape. This is what people talk about seeing, and it's fascinating, that they're there. They're blending in. I mean, look at some of these frames. Let's crop in a little bit here, and you can see it's big. It's a big deal, man. This thing's huge. You know what I mean? And I'm stretching the timeline here, and we're gonna just go through this and see if we can get more good. Oh, look at this. So we can see the mouth down there now. It's got the longer upper lip, and then there's some sticks in the way there, but you can see that sucker's right there, man. And boy, it's freaky looking, man. And there's some other stuff with him, I think, but it's like Monkey Boy hanging out right there. He's right in those bushes, and he's looking crazy. As we continue going through the footage, I think the footage actually is going to jerk to the right pretty soon here. I'm going to crop in again, and we'll keep this kind of closer look going. And just looking at, the frames that we do get. These are some better frames, I think, so we're going to crop in. These are first look. This is, I basically went through, made a couple of crops, and we're looking at it for the first time. I've never seen these frames, so going through this, it's fascinating because it appears that he may have his hand up. I'm not sure. There's a bunch of interference going on with what's around him, and it's almost like it's aiding and concealing him to where we can't really tell what's going on. I'm trying to get in a little closer, and we get this monkey look again with this monkey thing, and you can see it appears that there's like a monkey man standing in there, in here. You know what I mean? We can see this slee stack is back in here. That's what they look like. Isn't it odd that that's what they look like? Look at this. Got slee stack guy in there, moving his mouth. Get that little oop, 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 oop. I'm always chattering to him. You never know. I mean, you can see him right there, though. He's in there, and there's a stick in there on his face. It's like crazy. They just kind of hang out in the bushes and do their thing, man. So, what does it mean to document these things? Well, pretty much almost every time we go out, we're around them, and we have an opportunity to document them. And the way that we started to be able to do that was we started to put stock in the fact that the noises that we often hear while we're in the forest that obviously don't resemble a 1,200-pound hominoid or even larger, we constantly dismiss. People, humans, modern humans, everywhere they go in the forest are subject to the reality that these creatures exist. Are they there? Are they where you're at? Take a closer look. You'll be shocked at what you find.